Right then, suppose you go out for a lunchtime ride. What a beautiful day. Absolutely awesome. There we go. Well, there's nothing quite like getting out on the bike in the sunshine after hours of working away indoors, looking at a PC. Yeah, such is the modern world, eh? So, this is my nearly new, I think I've had it about a month. It's a Cyrusher Kommoda 2.0. I think the Americans call it a Cyrusher Kommoda Max. E-bike, obviously. Lovely piece of equipment. I absolutely love this bike. I've had it a month. I've done 195 miles so far. Couple of hours running around in the morning, go out for a bit of exercise for an hour, same in the afternoon. Yeah, trying to keep fit. So basically I shafted my rotator cuff in a skiing accident, of all things. I fucking hate skiing. Yeah, I windsurf for years. Yeah, I've had a few little accidents. I go skiing once and bust my rotator cuff. So, operation a few months back and I'm still recovering. And it takes months, apparently, to recover from rotator cuff surgery. So, hence, I put on a fucking shed load of weight and I now need to get it off. So, invested in this e-bike. Reason for an e-bike? Well, it's still pretty tender. Whoa. The shoulder still limited in motion, but this feels nice. The suspension, front suspension, look at that feels nice. Not too much stress on my shoulder, so it feels like really nice to ride. It's kind of joyful to ride it. In fact, I'm not putting any undue force, you know, through my arms into my shoulder, and obviously that's, you know, down to the power assist. So yeah, it was a good option to help me, you know, during the recovery and help me to lose some of this fat I've put on over the last few months. So anyway, get me back to cycling fitness. Never thought I'd go for an e-bike, but yeah, I'm impressed. Yeah, let's let this guy go by. Yeah, pay it forward, always. So yeah, great investment. I love it. What I love about this bike is it's got this really upright riding position. It's almost like being on a moped. Yeah, I get that kind of feel, really kind of locked in, super comfortable, upright. You know, you look around, you know, really good, you know, feel bike, real sturdy. You just feel like you're in a, you know, you've got a good solid piece of equipment. And the riding position feels good. I like the layout of the bike. I mean, the look of the bike is pretty sweet. You know, you've probably seen the reviews on the Cyrusher, you know, where they do the walk around and the unboxing. You get to see how nice they look. Yeah, and I've got to admit, they do look nice. They look really sweet. I wasn't really convinced about this step-through design. I always thought they looked a bit naff, but you know, I kind of like it. It makes sense. You know, you ride one of these and you just get the, you know, you get the feeling that yeah, it's the right design. It flows. It feels nice. There's no bars to sort of bash into, and also you've got that added bonus of, you know, if mobility is an issue, you know, raising leg over, you know, a high frame bike is going to be problematic. With this one, you just step straight through. I had a whole load of shopping on the back, in the panniers and on the pan the other day, and it was a bit difficult to step over. So yeah, the step through is really handy, really nice. So yeah, I'm a convert. What do I like about this bike? Well, what do I don't like? That's probably an easier list. I like this bike because it just feels good. It's so sweet to ride. It's just what a joy. Yeah, so easy. It just makes you want to go out and ride a bike. The power assist is just phenomenal. You know, I'm using power assist 3 at the moment. Admittedly, when I first had the bike, I was using 4 and 5 a lot, you know, to get my fitness up. But you know, after a month of riding, I can pretty much handle this bike on some of the most serious hills. You know, power assist 3, and it gets me up there, you know, just by moving up and down the gears. Gears, 7-speed Shimano, pretty standard but nice, they work. Alright, caravan for sale, lush. So I'm pretty much using that, and also power assist 3 means, you know, I have to work out, which is, you know, pretty much the aim of it. But if you didn't, you've got a hill coming up, if you wanted to, you know, push into power assist 4, power assist 5, you'll get you up that hill no problem. So I'm just going to use the gears just to give me a bit of extra momentum. The torque sensor is really great. I love it. I love this kind of approach. The more you put down on a pedal, yeah. Yeah, the more you put down on the pedal, the more power it gives you. Yeah, okay, so 250 watt. Yeah, we're limited on the controller to that 15.5 mile an hour. But if you can pedal up a hill 15.5 mile an hour, you're doing well. So still in power assist 3, getting up there. And I haven't gone all the way through the gears, but you know, point of the exercise is for me, it's lunchtime, I don't want to work out. So yeah, yeah, like I say, you kind of got that moped feel about this bike. You know, you got horn. Right, there we go, there we go this way. Yay, I love that horn, beauty, well nice. Headlight, beautiful big headlight. I think it's about 1,000 lumens or something like that. But oh yeah, I go out early in the morning, it's super bright, really gets you illuminated, especially on these lanes, and also keeps you seen when you hit the town and you're in the main traffic. Also the rear light is super bright as well, and what I do love about this bike is the back light's fitted with brake light, so you pop the brakes on, back light lights up, beauty. I think one thing I would like to mod on this bike, or one thing more, is probably have the trigger or the handle indicators that they have on the Ovia bike, which would be sweet on this. I would love to install them. I don't know if they can be installed on this controller or not, but yeah, if Cyrusher want to tell me, please do. And by the way, this is not a paid review, it's my bike, I paid for it, my hard-earned money, and I'm just telling you guys what I think about it and what a joy it is to ride. Anyway, I do like this little controller there, panel. So as I said, it's got 5 speeds, well, 5 power assists, and you just go up and down through the power assists. You can go in there and fiddle around with the settings if you wish. I think the most I've done is change it from kilometers per hour to miles per hour, but yeah, there's various other things you can do, and there's a bunch of videos online that will show you how to do that. So it's really straightforward. The brakes, as you can see, we're coming up to a pretty steep section of this road now, and these are hydraulic brakes, and they feel really good. I mean, I'm not pressing that hard, but yeah, this is some serious hill now we're coming into this section. I'm not pressing that hard, but I know for a fact if I do, they will stop me straight away. So yeah, hydraulic brakes. Never had hydraulic brakes before, but gotta admit, I am liking them, and I feel confident with them. You know, confident to be, you know, out in traffic as well, and on some of these big hills. There we go. Slow down a bit. Flying past people's gardens here. Look at that for a view, eh? It's beautiful. This is Cowlands Creek. Looks amazing, but it looks even better when the tide's in. Yeah, beautiful. So anyway, there's a little tight section and a little hill coming up. But I want to stay in Power Assist 3 because, like I say, I want a bit of a workout. I do like this bit of road, it gets really narrow. And you get a car come by, and yeah, it's best to give them a bit of space because it can get quite tight up there. Whew. Gives me the opportunity to show you how it kicks in. Thank you. Yeah, just touch the pedal. Look at that, the motor kicks in, you straight away. Look at that. And Power Assist 4, 5 really does pull you away very quickly. But yeah, all good. Yeah, what a lovely day out to come out. What a lovely day. Yeah, what a lovely day to come out for a quick ride around. Should take me about 10 minutes to do this circuit, I think. I did it earlier and I forgot to put my GoPro on record. I actually put it on photograph, which is not a great idea. So I'm having to do this again. But, you know, there's worse things in the world I can be doing at the moment. And having spent 6 hours at a PC, I think I deserve an extra 15 minutes out. Woo. Yeah, blowing a bit. That was good. Oh yeah, you alright? Yeah, they're lovely people. So friendly. Oh. I think there must be like a regular shoot there, because there's always lots of cars here. You know, guys with flat caps, you know, wandering off with their suspiciously long holdalls. So I'm guessing they go off and do some shoot. It's got a bumpy section of the road, but this suspension handles it really well. Right there. This front suspension is so nice, comfortable. You can adjust them. You can adjust both front and back. I've left the front because it seems all right to me. I like that. I did tinker with this mid suspension, and I think I might have took out too much air because it feels a bit spongy. So I think next investment is to get a suspension pump and bring it back up to about 190, which I think where it should be for a lard arse like me. At the moment, that is. Now, one thing I've noticed about this bike, now I'm guessing it's not just a kommoda. It's probably indicative of all 20 inch kind of low rider style bikes, in that you can catch the pedal when you bank too steeply around the corner. Now again, because I just feel like I'm on a moped, you know, and you're cruising along and you see a corner, you want to take a nice little bank around it, just get that lovely cruising vibe. I have caught the pedal once or twice. I don't know if you ever caught a pedal, it shits the life out of you if you manage to stay on, but it can buck you off, which can lead to some sheepy, which can lead to some unpleasant outcomes, and I don't fancy another trip to fucking A&E. Thanks very much. Anyway, so adopt the position that the mountain bikers use when they're going through rough terrain, mountain trails, woodland trails, to avoid those kind of gnarly divots and tree stumps and so on. It's to ride, you know, with the with the pedals kind of like equidistant and parallel to the floor. Seems to work, so you can get, oh, hit the brake, so you get a nice easy glide around the bend. Oh. Yeah, a few hills. One thing I have done on this bike in terms of modding it, I put a thumb throttle on, but you can probably see thumb throttle's not doing anything, so I've disengaged it. But to re-engage it, it's just one plug behind there. Whoops. In amongst the loom there, there's a little cap socket, 3-pin. All you have to do is take the cap off, put the socket, plug it in, and away you go. Thumb throttle. Now, thumb throttles are illegal to use on UK roads, but with my previous bike, I've used it to tow paddleboard, possibly windsurf board, and all the gear, you know, down to the beach, which for me is about a 15-minute ride. But the hill coming off the beach is absolutely super steep. Yeah, the walk assist on this is great, which I'll try in a minute. Look at that power, pull away, nice. Yeah, the walk assist is okay, but when you've got, well, nigh on 40 kilos of bike with backpack, pannier, lock, all your gear, and probably half that again weight in your equipment you're towing behind, that's a lot to get up a hill. So I fitted that just to give me that boost of power. Oh, I fancy a pint. Yeah, just to give me that boost of power to get me up the hill, because like I say, it's a beast of a hill. I've ridden up it, it blows your lungs out, but yeah, next video I'll hook up the board, paddle board, take it down to the beach and test this throttle out. I've tested the throttle out on, in the garden, and it works an absolute treat. So yeah, nice little investment. They're about 7 or 8, 9 quid online, but Cyrusher kindly sent me this when I bought the bike. I don't know whether it's really a better idea to put it over there, you know, just in case the police pull you over and you forget to disconnect it. You could argue that, you know, it's impractical to use there, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, with this bike, you get kind of the legal 250 kilowatt, so it's a legal e-bike to use in the UK. It's restricted to 15.5 miles an hour. You can, if you want, you know, de-restrict it. There's a couple of videos online that show how to do that. Disconnect the restrictor connector on the controller. It's easy enough done. I've done that and it does work. But I am restricted. I want to stay legal. I don't really want my bike being confiscated. But yeah, if you want to de-restrict it and use it on private land, I would probably de-restrict it if I want to go down to somewhere like Gwythian or Hale beaches. You know, 4 Mile Beach, beautiful. You want to, you know, think about it for somewhere like that, but you know, not for use on the UK roads. Like I say, it's illegal. So if you want your bike to stay legal, then yeah, that's the way ahead. Oh yeah. Yeah, so hey, I don't know why I got that. Oh, I do, just in case someone needs to get hold of me. But yeah, little robin has started nesting in the garden, and thought it would be a great idea to yeah, sit on the bike and yeah, drop its load. Still, obviously the robin's got good taste. So last run back home, that didn't too bad. What's that, probably about 10 minutes. 10 minutes.